Hello my friend, and welcome to a new Solitaire video. Tonight, as you just saw, we have the liquid cat deck, and I'm quite excited for this one. So let's open up its packaging and see what cards we'll be playing with tonight. And let me show you this box so you can get an idea of what's inside. Nice little cats. So, here we go. Oh, still one more in there. So if you couldn't tell, I believe this deck is a Japanese deck, as there's a little angry cat right there. Oh, I get it. I get it. It's just one of those little cute kind of decks that pretty much every other card will be a little bit of a treat. So as we get through looking through these cards, please get yourselves nice and comfy, and let's get ready for our night of Solitaire. I like that one a lot. Oh, I could go for some Boba right now. Just a little side question for you. What is your favorite kind of Boba? And if you don't know what Boba is, what's your favorite kind of cold drink? For me, I can pretty much never go wrong with a honeydew slushed boba drink with double boba. I remember in high school, I would always have that probably every other day for lunch. Either strawberry or honeydew. Just one of those very satisfying drinks, especially if you live in a warmer climate. It just hits the spot. Okay, so let's clear up our field and deal out our first game of the night. Also, another question for you. How many of you own a cat right now? And if you could, how many cats would you like to own? For me, I currently have just the one cat, and I would honestly like to own maybe about, I guess 6 is a nice number. And my thinking on that is, before you get to saying to yourself that's crazy, it is a little crazy. But for me, I've always loved animals since as far as I could remember back. And cats were one of my favorites growing up, since they were always in or around the house in one way or another. So my plan is, once I can afford a place of my own, like a house with some property, hopefully, to build a shed outside just for cats and some dogs to live and have their own little environment outside. I'd like to build it probably at least the size of a decent room, like a living room maybe. It would take some time, but it would be so nice coming home from work or going out to sea. A whole bunch of cats and dogs playing with each other, resting with each other, fighting in their little ways where they like to pat their heads really quickly and just getting along. And just to protect and just having them charge at you. And they just jump on you, dogs and cats alike. As that's the end of our first game. As there's nowhere for that queen, 6-3, queen once again, 4 or 9. So let's clean it up and move on to our next game. Kind of a tough start. It didn't seem like it was gonna be, but that's how we start. Honestly, if I could, I would love to make an animal sanctuary. Double fives and double threes, double eights, double jacks. I would love to make an animal sanctuary. If it's at my house or if it's somewhere else, with a whole bunch of somewhat rescue animals. Give them a place to be their own. Live in peace. If they're the type of animal that can't really cohabitate with others, find a spot on the premises to let them live their life and enjoy it as much as they can. As well as these social animals who just live amongst themselves. I like cats, dogs. I enjoy rats. I know rats kind of sound a little bit, to some, gross or creepy. But if you've ever had a pet rat, you know how loving they could be and how fun they are. They're surprisingly very sociable animals. It would probably be a bad idea, but I'd like to have a cat, rat, dog combination, but that doesn't seem too smart. But still have a spot for the rats to live in a large environment, pretty much in a controlled ecosystem, familiar to what they would like. Dogs, much of the same, but you know, just a nice little dream or fantasy for now. And the older I've gotten, I've also wanted to get horses, donkeys, goats, sheep, anything, really, that wouldn't be too much of a hassle. And this, what was a pig? Pigs would be really fun. But then, you know, other things go with animals, but just one of those what-if thoughts that's fun to humor. Oh wow, what luck we just ran into. 3 aces in a row. So double fives, let's get this 2 out of here. Get this queen situated with her king. King back to the left. And we almost had quadruple 9s. So not too lucky in that department. This looks like it might be a short game. Unless we put down some high cards. And it's not looking like we will. So, at least one more go around. And one final play before we are done, as there's nowhere for that jack. 6. 6 once again. 3 or queen. We move on to our third game of the night. We will do a casino shuffle ones, double threes, triple sevens, and double fours. Alright, casino shuffle time. Oh, I just thought of an amazing question for you. If you can have one animal, any real animal in the world, to be your pet, your friend, with no issues, which animal would you choose? You know, instantly, when I thought about that, bear and a lion came to mind, and a black panther, cougar, just a large cat, since cats, big or small, are still cats at heart, little kittens in ways. And bears are, to me, they're kind of a cross between a giant dog, especially with their face, and I guess some primates. So, of course, I'm surprised I missed that. A monkey. No, an ape or chimp. That would be a lovely friend, but I know once they hit a certain age, they kind of break out in a way. Elephants would be really fun. Dolphins, I hear those guys and gals are jerks, but more specifically the guys. But I think those are my top three. Bear, a big cat, or some sort of ape. As it looks like we're just having some hard luck in this game set so far. Back-to-back aces will help, but for how long is the question. I swear I am dumb. I get these cards for whatever reason. They're a little tough for me to identify. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a little bit extra tired. I'm not being careless, I'll tell you that. Specifically the numbers. Have you noticed that with yourself tonight? Or is it just me at the moment? Alright, what do we need? A black jack. There's our black jack of a cat in a bin. And now we need a red jack. Or a red six. There's our red jack. Move over our king. Oh wow, that is incredibly unlucky looking at that. We really need a red 6 now, or a black 8, red 7 combo. I don't know. There's our black 8. Put down that Yeah, I think these triple fives are gonna end up holding us back. As there is only one play left and time for our double check. As there's nowhere for that 10, 7, king, or queen. On to our fourth game. So the casino shuffle could not help us out in this one. There has to be something sneaky hiding underneath, wouldn't you think? Let's find out for sure. Double fours, double sixes, double eights, and double threes. So, a lot of doubles left unturned. And just a little, I guess, sneak peek somewhat of what's to come. I have a dog version of this deck, so if you're wondering what's up with all this cat stuff, we have some dogs headed our direction. I think this is our third cat deck, and that's kind of surprising. I remember when I first started looking for playing card decks for this channel, I didn't find too many cat options. And when I found it, I instantly picked it up. And I think, if my memory serves correct, there are actually two more decks of cards that are cat themed. So we would have 5 decks of just cats. That's pretty neat. So many cards, I swear. I think I'm a bit crazy, but as long as we keep enjoying this, we keep enjoying this, that's the right grammar. It'll keep on going. I know I'm having fun on our journey to 1,000. Look at this cat. That is... Oh, the cat has a little ball sack and, yeah, anus. That's quite hilarious, and I am smiling quite a bit. If only you could see. Alright, another 4. We've been plagued so far. Another cat with a little pair between, I guess it's accurate, triple fours. Anyway, we've been plagued by triplets so far tonight. I honestly didn't even notice that on the aces when we first looked through. These are Japanese cards, and I know they do that type of art style more often over there. At least from my experience watching stuff like Dragon Ball as a young one, a young kid. Or even now, honestly, who am I kidding? I still watch that every now and again. I'm not gonna lie too, this is kind of on the same note. The reason why I kept watching Dragon Ball after it renewed is because there is a main character that is a cat with such a hilarious voice to me. You might have seen it before in a little cat dress up, probably a Peruvian hairless cat. And there we go. Cats pretty much make everything better, in my opinion, as we finally earn our first fat stack of the night. It would have been fitting if there was a fat cat on the fat stack too. And now we have triple threes. We need a red 6. You know what? I challenge you to leave something where a cat would not make it better. You're going to get some coffee. A cat would make it better. Going to the grocery store. A cat would make it better. Going out to a nice restaurant. A cat would make it better. I challenge you. You're going to a ramen place. A cat would make it better. You're going out on a first date. Most of the time, a cat would make it better. As long as you're on the right kind of date. I don't think any person that's level-minded would really care if you brought something you cared about on your date, as long as it seems appropriate. And they might think it's a little weird, but again, weird is not bad. Weird is uniqueness in a different word. Come on, red 6, where are you? So no red 6, and we must build as much as we can and hope it leads us to the promised land of victory. Right, so nowhere for that 8. I know we have a 4 here somewhere. There's our 4, 5, 7. That's not how you count. Okay, so double check once again, as there's nowhere for that 8. 10. Jack. Jack once again. 7 or 9. We can only build that 3. And unfortunately, we move on to our final game of the night. With 1 card left unturned, we had a fat stack. Honestly, I was thinking we had a shot at a perfect game. And it only takes 1 card sometimes to make that difference. Very strong night so far, besides the first 2. The games have been getting better. Let's hope this last one is better than that previous effort. Oh wait, I just realized I have Hello Kitty decks. That's a cat deck. Okay, here we go. Final game of the night. I'm surprised there aren't any black cats on the back of this deck. Here we go. jacks at the moment with double queens. Let's do this. Not too bad, honestly. It may not look like it, but there actually is some good spacing in these cards. As long as we can make some plays, that is. And there is our third. There is our nice spacing to come help us out as we almost received triple. Oh my gosh, every time I see this, I smile. Almost received triple fives, my bad. Just laughing at some cats. Been doing that since the early 2000s, thanks to ICANN has Cheeseburger. And you're welcome for unlocking that core memory for some of you. ICANN has Cheeseburger. And it looks like our last game could not amount to much as we're on to our double check. As there's nowhere for that 9, Jack, Queen, King, Jack once again, and lastly 6. These felines were fairly mischievous tonight. Let's see the final cards left unturned. And you know it's going to be something a little bit snazzy, as we have double kings, double twos, double eights, double tens, double sevens, and triple twos. And that's quite a bit, if you ask me. So, my friend, that is it with the cat deck. And I just realized we forgot our rating. So, a simple design on the front, a very lovely font and art design, awesome cat back design, and extra points for being the same either way for what it is, and its lovely box. Oh, I just saw the jokers. Those jokers are the best. I love this. This is a 9 out of 10. It would be higher, but I'm taking out my cat bias. Just look at that art. Oh, little Beerus. And with that, my friend, that will be the end to our night. One final time, let's look at the box design, as we have the yelling woman and the cat with some attitude. Time to close up our box, and as we do, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun. I really liked it. And besides that, please have a relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams, and until we meet again, please stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.